Well, good morning everyone and welcome to my channel. Well, it's the start of a new week and I've got a whole bunch of really cool Zentanghle patterns lined up for you this week. The first one this morning is called Threddit, and this one starts off with a dotted grid, and I used my graph paper and I spaced these dots within the row 2 squares apart, and then each row is 2 squares apart. So let's go ahead and have a look at this one. Okay, we're going to start up here in the first row. And with our second pair of dots here, here's the first pair, here's the second. We're going to draw a bow shape. It just kind of goes right around the dot. And there would also be one here on the outside of the first row, but it's within the frame, so we won't see that. Now we're going to skip 2 pairs of dots, and we're going to do the same thing here. On the outside of our dots, make a curve outward. Now let's skip down to the second pair of rows, the second 2 rows down here. And we're going to do the same thing with our outward bows, only we're going to skip over. And we're going to come over here like so. And then we're going to skip 2 pairs of dots, and here's the other side. And again, you won't see the other one because it's outside of the frame. We'll skip down 2 more so that it's staggered. There's the one we don't see. Now we've completed the outward bows, we're going to go back up to the top, and on the pairs of dots that we skipped, instead of going out from the little dots, we're going to go inward and around. And here also. Now we've got them all done from this direction. Let's turn our paper, and we're going to do the same thing from the other direction. We're going to come up here to the second row, second pair of dots, and we're going to go inward. Skip these. Now we're going to skip down 2 rows. All of these from this direction are inward. Once you have your dotted grid set up, this actually goes pretty quickly. Okay, now I'm going to turn this back up right side up and get centered here again. Okay, now we're going to connect these rows together with a wavy S line. Let's skip the first 2 at the top, and from the bottom dot of the second pair of dots, we're going to draw a wavy S line that connects that pair together from the outside to the inside. And then go down a row, and then from the inside, the inside there. Well, actually, this would be the outside. Okay, now we'll skip over 2. And we're going to do the same thing. Alright, now it's time to add some shading. Okay, let's start with this. Can you see the wider shape here? And then it gets narrower, and then wider, and then narrower. It does it again here the whole way across. But we're going to start with this first area, and let's just shade this. I'm just going to use pencil shading. You could use color. And I'm not going to make it real dark. I'm just going to give it a light shading. And you want to skip over these horizontal bands, because I think I will add a little color to them later. The way I do this is just basically a little light scribbling with a pencil, and then I'm going to come in with my paper stump and smooth that out so that you don't see those scribble marks. It makes it nice and smooth. Up here. Okay, now this next design area here, we're going to leave light. Let's leave that white, and then we'll come over one, and this wider area at the top, we're going to go ahead and take it dark with some shading. If you don't have one of these paper stumps, you could just take more time and actually do a better job with your pencil or colored pencil and shade this in properly. But this, with a paper stump, you actually can speed the process up quite a bit, and it'll look real nice when you get done. Okay, now let's go in. I'm going to use a little color and go into these horizontal bands and color them in. These are the bands that weave in and out between the shapes that we just made. make these as dark or as light as you like. I like to use a fairly good amount of color when I do this. And here we have the completed Zentanghle pattern, Threddit. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come back again later today when I'll have some more Zentanghle fun. See you then.